Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Wednesday the 13th of July 2022. In today's Millwall news, it was announced today that we will be playing another friendly against a foreign team, and that team is Hammarby. They are a Swedish team and they are sponsored by Husky Chocolate, as you can see on their screen. They wear green and white, and they're sponsored by Husky Chocolate. And let's have a read of this. This is from millwallfc.co.uk. Millwall Football Club is delighted to announce that the Lions will host Hammarby IF in a pre-season friendly at the Den on Wednesday the 20th of July. Kick-off 7 p.m. So 7 p.m. Gary outside will take on the Swedish Allsvenskan outfit in a meeting of the two sides, sponsored by Husky Chocolate, Millwall's principal partners. Hammarby currently sit in 4th position in the Allsvenskan, halfway through their domestic campaign, and will provide a stiff test for the Lions ahead of the 22-23 Sky Bet Championship season. Ticket selling details for the match will be confirmed shortly, but will be priced at £10 adults, £7 over 63s, and 18 to 21s, and £5 under 18s. Very reasonable. That is very reasonable. There is one catch though. There is only one stand open for this. The Barry Kitchener stand, so the West stand is open only, and I think now there's already been some chat online by some Hammarby fans. Even though both clubs are sponsored by the same company, that don't think this is going to be a friendly family affair. There's some naughty boys from Sweden saying some naughty things online, and this game might be a bit lively. Hopefully it's not. I would say it's not one to take your family to, so maybe swerve it if you can. Might be one to get all the lads together and to turn up to, especially when it's only a tenner. So yeah, if you've been to see other foreign teams at the Den, who have we played at? Honved, Sporting Lisbon, FC Tondela, Real Sociedad, Servette. A lot of foreign teams we played in friendlies at the Den, and there's another one to add to the list, Hammarby IF. So yeah, there you go. Now this obviously replaces the game that was supposed to be on the 19th that Watford backed out of for whatever reason, we don't know. But I think as well, if you can't get to the game, that this game will be streamed on Millwall TV, because FC Hammarby put on their website that the game will be streamed online, and they'll let their fans know where they can watch it. So I'm pretty sure it may well be on Millwall TV if you cannot make this game on Wednesday the 20th of July at 7 p.m. Now, who are Hammarby? As Millwall have said in their piece there, so the Allsvenskan is the Swedish top league, the Swedish Premier League, if you will, and it is a summer league. They start in March and they end when it ends, probably in I think September sometime. Not too sure, but as you can see here, Hammarby are 4th in the league. There may be some familiar names there to you: Djurgården, AIK, Malmo, Häcken. I've never heard of them. They're a bit. I don't know if they're a new kid on the block or what. So Hammarby are 4th in the league. They've got, it seems, the 2nd best goal difference in the league. So they seem to be pretty solid defensively and score quite a few goals going forward. So not too bad. If we go down, there's two main strikers seem to be Nahir Besara and Williot Svedberg, who've scored five goals each of the 24 goals that Hammarby have scored in the league. So seems to be a pretty decent test, especially of our strikers, because they do seem to be very good defensively. Now here's the thing: what team will we get turning up? They're obviously in the middle of this season now. On Hammarby's website, they've said they don't mind playing. They're happy to play the friendly because they're not in European competition this season. So and they've just signed some players. Because I think they have to follow the same rules as the rest of the world. So it's, even though their league is still on, they've got summer league, they've got summer transfer window and January transfer window. They can't. It's the same rules even though they play at different times. So they've just signed some players, and they said it will be good for them to gel the players in to play in this friendly and go travelling and all that. So I think they will be sending quite a strong team. Yeah, so that's who they are. That's we're playing them Wednesday the 20th of July. Now, obviously, that's probably the standout friendly of the friendlies that we've got, but it's not the last friendly before the season starts. The last friendly is on the 23rd, and that's Ipswich Town, which is kind of unfortunate. It would be good to play the best team last, but hey, it is what it is. So not bad as well. £10 from Millwall. That's a decent price. I imagine that is because they're probably, like I said, they're probably going to be putting on Millwall TV, and it will probably be up for £5. So it'll be £10 to go to the game or £5 to watch it online. So pick your poison. There you go. But yeah, some good news in terms of friendlies. Something to get excited about. You saw yesterday at the Dartford game, absolutely amazing crowd from Millwall, filled up the ground, nearly had a maximum capacity. Apparently some people were turned away at one gate, but they walked around to the other side and they managed to get in. I don't know, they weren't talking to each other about not letting any more people in, but apparently some people were turned away last night. It was a massive bumper crowd at Dartford. So it seems Millwall fans are very excited about the team right now, and they're just chomping at the bit. They can't wait. They're really optimistic. So we will see. We will see how we do against Hammarby. Hopefully that optimism continues and we don't get deflated too much. So let's have. So I just talked about the Dartford game. Now, a lot of the fans who went to the Dartford game went there because they wanted to see the main man himself, the superstar signing, Zian Flemming, and he wasn't involved. And there is a reason why he wasn't involved. Pretty decent reason, nonetheless. And someone in the comments yesterday said the reason, and yeah, you're right. It's his work permit. He's waiting for a work visa to come through. So this is from londonnewsonline.co.uk. Mill boss Rowett hoping Zian Flemming has work visa clearance to feature at Colchester. So Mill boss Rowett is hoping Zian Flemming can feature in Friday's friendly at Colchester United, with the wait for a work visa preventing the summer signing from featuring at Dartford last night. Benicophobe and Tyler Burry scored for the Lions as they beat the National League South side. But Flemming, a club record transfer from Fortuna Sittard, played in a 5-0 win over Bromley at Millwall's training ground earlier in the day. The former Ajax youngster scored in Saturday's 5-4 defeat to Crystal Palace. Rowett split his first team squad for the 2 matches, with the likes of Scott Malone, George Evans, Ryan Leonard and Mason Bennett also facing Bromley. It's quite simple. He had to play in the behind closed doors game earlier, Rowett told the club's recast channel. We're hoping he's available for Friday. If not, we hope to have a game next week to involve him in. Well, we do now. The Hammarby game. And don't forget, we are also playing Chelmsford City and St Neots Town. He's had good training minutes. It might not be a massive issue, but he has come into the intensity of our training game, so maybe it will help to miss a game or two just to get a little bit of a breather and get his legs back. He did well earlier. So what is happening here? What is happening? Why is he waiting for a work visa? Well, this is from worldfootballindex.com. New work permit requirements for players moving to English clubs post-Brexit. Yes, this is due to Brexit. From the 1st of January 2021, new rules come into place regarding the transfer of overseas players to the English Premier League and English Football League. These will replace existing work permit recommendation processes, as English clubs will not be able to sign players from the European Union in the same way they were able to before Brexit. The previous requirements in the old point system meant many clubs struggled to get work permits for players signed from outside the EU. Clubs will now need to apply for a governing body endorsement for a work permit for pretty much any overseas player who doesn't hold a British passport. So the requirements and processes have been changed. Yeah, and so they have to apply, I think, to the FA or whatever, to the EFL, and then they have to say, give a recommendation to the Home Office or whoever it is dealing with it to send it through. The entry requirements have been altered in order to make it easier than it might have been for English football clubs to sign overseas players post-Brexit. So they've actually pretty decently, they've got some set rules, and it's pretty easy to understand that if you follow the rules, you can almost guarantee that a player will come. You can get a work visa for a player, and then if he falls short of the required amount, then you have to basically ask for permission. So easy pass. Players need to accumulate a total of 15 points from 6 different tables using a reference period of the 12 months prior to the date of application. So last season, what did Zian Flemming do last season? Players playing regularly for their national team are almost guaranteed to meet the entry requirements and will be awarded a governing body endorsement. So obviously, the clubs want to bring in players, but the governing bodies and the PFA and that don't want any old junk coming in. So they said, if you want to bring in premium players, yeah, that's fine. Just bring them in, guaranteed. And you can see here, auto pass. So if someone who's an international player for one of the top 50 teams in the world, if they've played 70% of that country's matches in the past year, they will be guaranteed a visa, rubber stamp, no questions asked. Yep, it's alright. And even easier, if it's one of the top 10 countries in the world, and he only plays 30% of the games, still auto pass, because it's one of the top 10 countries in the world. Why would we not want a player of that quality in this country playing in our leagues? But of course, Zian Flemming, even though he is Dutch, he's not played for the Dutch national team. Certainly not over the last 12 months. He did play age-restricted international football. So, more things. If you've played in a competition of a continent, so Europa League, Champions League, Copa Libertadores, and Copa Sudamerica. So band 1 would be, they sort it out because other continents are doing this thing now. The African country do African Champions League. There's an Asian Champions League. So if you played in that, they don't really respect that too much. They'll only give you like 2 or 1 points. If you can see that on the right hand side, band 3 continental competition. And depending where your team gets through, if you get to the final, you'll get another few points. So let's go down band and minutes. So here's the thing that we're looking at with regarding to Zian Flemming. Bands and minutes. The guidelines use the word band to describe the various levels of the game at club, domestic, club, continental, international and youth international level. More on which is detailed below. So club bands. Band 1 leagues is English Premier League, Bundesliga, La Liga, Serie A and League 1. Band 2 leagues, Eredivisie. So that's where he's come from, Zian Flemming. So he's in a band 2 league. Yeah. Then you go down and but let's go down to the table. So players playing even semi-regularly in one of Europe's top 5 leagues will be well on their way to collecting the 15 points required. So let's go. So we've just seen the Eredivisie is in band 2. So band 2 there on that table. Zian Flemming, I'm pretty sure he played 90 to 100% of Fortuna Sittard's minutes. So if not, he's pretty close. So he'll be on 9. So he's either on 10 points or 9 points, but he needs 15 points. That's the hold up. If he had got 15 points by being an international player, or if Fortuna Sittard were in the Europa League, UEFA Conference League, something like that, he would get more points. But he's either got 10 or 9 points. So then it needs to get permission to get approved. And not only that, so here's the thing as well. Where did his club finish in the league? They finished properly way down. I think they finished like mid-table, so you get 0 points for that. Band 2, go along and then go down to mid-table, 0. Yeah, he gets, so if they had actually finished decently in the league, he would have got, well, they would have needed to win the Eredivisie for him to get fully enough points to get guaranteed. So that wasn't realistic, but they could have qualified. If they would have qualified for the Europa League or the UEFA Conference League, he would have got around 12 to 13 points, which is still short. Yeah. So that's the thing. There's other stuff as well that's going on that he can use to get bumped up. But that's the hold up. That's the problem. He hasn't got the 15 points, and if you go on this, and there's a document from the FA here. We're going to quickly look on this because it's dragging on a bit. Basically, the gist of it, he needs 15 points. He's only got 10 or 9. So now someone needs to adjudicate and say, yeah, all right then. And I'm pretty sure that they will. It's just going to take time. So here's the thing from the FA. Plan agreed on entry requirements for overseas players in England post-brexit in 2021. So there you have it. And shall we have a look at tables? No, I'll tell you what, let's not worry about that. Let's move on and read about Gary Rowett and what he said about the players in yesterday's performances. So this is from londonnewsonline.co.uk. This Millwall player impressed Gary Rowett with his composure on the ball, and it's that player there, the one there, that's Besart Toppaloj, and yeah, he does seem to be playing pretty decently. He's come on leaps and bounds, and he does seem to play kind of all over the place. I don't know if he's got a position yet or what, but he's played at centre back, he's played in midfield, yesterday he's playing on the left. So can you really push on if you don't really know where you're supposed to be playing? I don't know. Hopefully if they figure something out for him and get him working on it. So Millwall boss Gary Rowett was impressed with Besart Toppaloj's performance in last night's 2-0 friendly win at Dartford. 21-year-old who was representing Kosovo at under 19 level played 81 minutes before being replaced by Nana Berting. Best is something in between a left centre back and a left wing back. So a left back then, yeah? Isn't that a left back? Rowett told the club's recast channel. He's neither in some ways. He will go forward in a different way. He drifts and glides. What stood out was not only his attitude but his quality on the ball. At times he showed more composure than the senior players. It's nice to see. That's what these games are all about. Players stepping out and showing what they've got. Our young players will take different pathways this season, but ultimately with the aim to get in our first team. And has he done enough to sit on the bench and be the backup to Scott Malone? I don't know. Maybe he's going to go out on loan. That might be best for him. But again, where does he play? Does he play left back? Does he play left wing back? Does he play centre back? I don't know. So that would be kind of, he does need some kind of management of what he's doing and what he's supposed to be doing. He needs a target to aim for, and he can not go off and try and achieve that. But you need to know where you're going before you set out. So that game at Dartford, obviously, if you want to see that, you can see that. How? Well, I'm going to let you know now. If you go to Dartford FC's channel on YouTube, again, they have the highlights up. Millwall don't, Dartford do. It's Dartford FC TV, and it is 11 minutes and 35 seconds, and it's basically everything that happened in the game. And I imagine that this was done by volunteers. I don't think Dartford FC will be paying people to do this, so head on over there, give them a view, give them a like, and let's do that now. Actually, let's give them a like, and you can see the crowd. Look at that massive crowd there, packed out. 4,000 in the crowd there, and let's see if we can get some views on this and help their channel out. Here's the thing, like, again, with Millwall TV, I think they're still figuring some things out. I think they're still trying to they did advertise jobs for a kind of video kind of thing, so maybe they're still trying to bring someone in to do that job, but they're being a bit slow because they're a bit slow with the Crystal Palace stuff, and this isn't on Millwall TV yet, so I don't know what's going on there. But probably for pre-season, might be best to check on the opposition first before you check on Millwall if you want to see the game or the highlights of the game. So there it is, Dartford FC TV on this channel on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's on YouTube. If you're watching, I upload these videos to two places. So if you've seen them anywhere else, that's not me. Someone's putting it on there. I upload to YouTube and I upload to BitChute. Sometimes YouTube is a bit funny. It might take a long time to process. If that happens, because some of you may have noticed the videos get up really late, like 1 AM, 2 AM. That's because I'm waiting for the processing, because I waffle on so long that it takes a while to process the video. BitChute doesn't have that problem because it's not that well used. But if you go on BitChute, you might be able to see the video on there before it's on YouTube. So that's a little tip for you there. So moving on now to this from millwallfc.co.uk. Fans forum to be held at the Den. Millwall Football Club will host its annual fans forum at the Den on Thursday, the 28th of July. So 2 days before the season starts. Interesting stuff. Now I'd imagine that's connected to Garrett's press stuff. Normally the Thursday before the game they do press interviews and stuff. So I imagine that's why they've had it on that day. It's taking place in the Executive Lounge between 6 to 8 PM. Lions boss Rowett will be on hand to answer questions from the floor in the first hour before Chief Executive Steve Kavanagh will take the hot seat after the break. Catherine Gale, chairperson of the Millwall Sports Club, as well as other MSC representatives, will be in attendance. Pay bar facilities will be available on the night, with all Millwall fans able to attend. We'll see you there. Okay, let's. Was that always the case? I'm pretty sure the ones before you needed to be a member, so anyone can rock up. Cool. So yeah, another date for you, die Thursday the 28th, 6 to 8 PM. Go down there and ask Rowett what's happening. Will there be a lot of moaning this time? I don't know. There's always moaning, but we'll see how the pre-season results go. But should be good. I mean, there's a lot of optimism, like I said, so it should be quite cordial. So we're going to finish today's video with this bit of news. Sheyi Ojo, remember him? He's signed for Cardiff City on a 2-year deal. Yep. So Liverpool have cut him adrift. Free transfer. No one ended up paying a fee for him, and he's 25 years old now. He's been at Liverpool for a long time. But they've just continually loaned him out. Dean, remember him, the Aberdeen player that we made a bid for 2 million? He's joined Bologna in series in Italy, so there you go. And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.